You guys, today we're making Southern style buttermilk biscuits, and these bake at a pretty high temperature. So if you have a janky ass oven like mine that takes decades to preheat, set it to 475 before you do anything else, and it might be done by the time you're ready. Okay, buttermilk biscuits. Now this is something I've actually made quite a few times, and I really like the way they turn out. First things first, combine your flour, baking powder, and salt. Just kind of toss it together with your hand or a whisk. This recipe uses 1 stick of butter. My butter here is grated, but I didn't film that, frankly, because it takes a long time and it's f***ing boring. But what I do before I start making this is toss the stick of butter into the freezer for a while. That'll make it way easier to grate. And you're gonna lose some of the butter along the way. Don't worry about it, it'll still be delicious. Then, again, just kind of toss the butter and flour mix together until the butter is pretty evenly distributed. You don't need to worry about rubbing the butter into the flour or anything, this isn't pastry dough. Now we're going to take a cup of buttermilk and add it to the mix. First, make a well in the middle of the mix. Honestly, I don't really know why, but it's what I do, so just do it, okay? And confession time, this is actually my first time using real buttermilk in this recipe. So if you don't have buttermilk or you just don't want to go out and buy some, save yourself some time. Just take a cup of any other milk, regular, low-fat, almond, whatever, and add a tablespoon of lemon juice. Just make sure you let that sit for about 10 minutes in the fridge before you add it. And then just kind of mix it all until it all comes together. It might take a little while, but it'll get there. These aren't going to be cute or anything, like these biscuits aren't going to win any pageants, but they are delicious, and guaranteed they'll all be gone within 24 hours. And yeah, it's going to stick to your fingers. You'll just have to get over that. Oh, and by the way, if your dough is kind of like mine right here and staying loose longer than you'd like, don't worry about splashing a little more milk in there. It'll be fine. So just gently keep incorporating everything until it mostly comes together. Then flour your surface, not a ton, but don't skimp on it. The extra flour won't hurt. Transfer that dough onto the surface and do a tiny bit of shaping. One important note, try not to use your hands too much once it comes together because you want your butter staying really cold. Also, try not to knead it too much before you roll it out. And now that we've made it into the ugliest square on earth, roll it out into a long rectangle until it's about 1 inch thick or so. Now, if you wanted, you could stop here, cut out your pieces, and still get nice, fluffy, f***ing delicious biscuits. But we're gonna add some flaky layers by folding it over itself. If you wanna be bougie, you can call that laminating. So just fold it down hamburger style, roll it out again, and fold again. Then you're gonna repeat that 3 more times for a total of 5 folds. Last one, roll it out to about 3/4 of an inch and then cut out your pieces. Full disclosure, normally I'd just slice this thing up into 8 wonky shaped pieces because I don't like when you get to the end and you have to re-roll out the dough. But because you guys expect better of me, here we go. Cut out your circles, place them on your parchment, and make sure they are touching each other. Your biscuits are going to need a friend to lean on when things get hot. They help each other rise up tall. I'm not kidding, it's actually how it works. Like I said, I hate this part with the re-rolling and everything. These second round biscuits are never as good, they're always uglier. Really, like, if you don't care about the shape of your biscuits, don't worry about cutting out circles. Like, see, look at this lazy ass. He's just taking what's left and shoving it into the cutter. Keep an eye on that one, by the way. It's my favorite by far. Stick them in the oven for about 15 minutes or until you like it brown on top. Pull them out and open at least one before they're fully cooled so you get that awesome steam shot. Oh, it's so good. See what I mean? It's ugly, but it's still a good bake. Go ahead and pull them apart to let them cool and then go to town. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to try this recipe for yourself, you can find it on my Patreon linked in the description. And if you do make them, let me know how it goes. Share this video with all your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more overly confident baking videos. Now, go bake some shit. Bye guys!